Buenas and Day. I'm Julian Hernandez with the Pacific Daily News, and these are the top stories from the PDN newsroom.
Concerns over the location and use of federal money for construction of a new hospital have spurred calls for a recall of Governor Lulian Guerrero, but the governor says she's pushing forward with the build-out in Mangilao. Guam Medical Association President Dr. Tom Shea, a vocal opponent of the Mangilao site, said Monday he's inquiring about the recall process with the Guam Election Commission. The doctor has taken to social media to gather support for a recall petition. Attorney General Douglas Moylan, who is using in federal court to block the allegedly wrongful use of Federal American Rescue Plan money for the hospital build-out, said a recall is appropriate if the governor loses the $104 million she plans to use for hospital construction. But Lulian Guerrero on Monday brushed off possibility of a recall as she shared more details about the hospital construction with the media. In other news, the new Speaker of the 38th Guam Legislature, Frank Blas Jr., said the message by voters this past election could not have been any clearer. They've had enough and they want a change for the better. Blas was unanimously confirmed as Speaker by his 8 fellow Republicans and 6 Democrats, who were all sworn in by Supreme Court of Guam Chief Justice Robert Torres during the legislative inauguration ceremony Monday at the Guam Congress Hall. The Republicans were swept into a 9-6 majority for the first time in 16 years in the November election, and Blas, during his inaugural speech, called for unity among lawmakers. "We must strive to produce a government that works with our people, not over them," Blas said. "They're tired of the bickering, and they've had it with berating." Blas, who was flanked by the leaders of the 2 other branches of government, Governor Lulian Guerrero and the Chief Justice, along with Attorney General Douglas Moylan, said it's time to refocus on the problems that are harming and hindering the island and to get over the personal convictions and disagreements we have with each other or with other leaders. Finally, a 35-year-old man on Monday was sentenced to 11 concurrent life sentences in prison for repeatedly sexually assaulting a child, according to a release from the Office of the Attorney General. Tyson Benavides Usana was accused of sexually assaulting a girl known to him beginning when she was 8 years old. In 2019, the girl told police about the assault, and Usana was arrested. In November, a jury deliberated for about 30 minutes before finding Usana guilty of 11 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 8 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct, all as first-degree felonies. Public Auditor BJ Cruz was sworn in for a 3rd term in office Monday as his office released a plan for 7 new audits this year that include a review of Guam service for military veterans to ensure they receive the benefits and care they are entitled to. These are in addition to ongoing audits of Guam Memorial Hospital contracted doctors' pay and benefits and the Medicaid program, among others, that are expected to wrap up this year. Cruz said he believes that more investigations of audit findings should follow at Office of Attorney General soon, with the Supreme Court of Guam recently settling a bottleneck which has been holding up investigation. The public auditor took his oath before Chief Justice Robert Torres in a swift ceremony at Supreme Court of Guam attended by Cruz's family and Office of Public Accountability staff. He will sit for a 4-year term after winning his uncontested race for the auditor's seat last November. In other news, local elected leaders say they look forward to working with the newly inaugurated senators of the 38th Guam Legislature and, for the first time in 16 years, new Republican leadership. New Speaker Frank Blas Jr. on Monday said lawmakers had to work to provide opportunity to the island, saying that voters are tired of the bickering and they've had it with the berating. Blas takes the lead on the heels of a 37th Guam Legislature that saw Democrats divided over leadership and a Democrat-Republican coalition under former Speaker Therese Herlock. On Monday, new Speaker Blas stepped into leadership with unanimous support from his colleagues. "I think what you saw here is a very strong indication of a willingness to work together," Governor Lulian Guerrero said after the inauguration of the Guam Congress building. If you follow the Speaker's speech, he definitely was talking about the importance of a community to come together for the good of our people, and that certainly has been our administration's philosophy from the very beginning, and it's actually refreshing. The governor said she looks forward to more respect for him and really listening and talking to each other. Finally, Guam will receive $500.825 million for a federal disaster declaration associated with Typhoon Mawar, which hit Guam in May 2023. Delegate James Moylan's office announced on Monday. This is a result of the passage of the Disaster Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2025, which was enacted on December 21, 2024, the delegate's office said. Under the Appropriations Act, Guam will receive $825 million as part of the Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Allocation for the Federal Emergency Management Agency (FEMA) disaster declaration associated with Mawar. For more on these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.